Good morning guys, welcome back to another adventure. So today we are taking on the Hooker Valley track, which is down in Aoraki, Mount Cook National Park.
Just arrived, absolutely stunning, freezing cold. Temperature's currently -6, but apparently on the app says it's -12. So yeah, it's pretty bloody cold. So this walk here has been on our radar for a long time. I've done this walk quite a few times. This one here we've chosen to do it in winter. This track can be done year round. Environment changes every single time, but we've chosen to do it in winter to see it in all its glory. As you can see behind us, there's meters and meters and meters of snow up in those mountains. The air is nice and crisp. Going to get fully immersed in this one, team. All right, so we're going to be real informative, tell you every single thing you need to know about this track if you want to do it yourself. Apart from that, we're all rugged up, boots on, gloves on. We're going to get ourselves on that track. See you there. So right at the beginning, nice and simple, easy dock map to read. You are here, pretty self-explanatory. On this walk, there's 3 famous swing bridges, so they identify markers as to how far on the walk you are, leading up to the Hooker Lake, which is the end goal. Apparently it's a 3-hour return trip, so 1 hour and a half back, hour and a half there. Easy peasy.
So Freda's rock actually memorialises a woman called Freda, who was the first woman to climb Mount Cook. She was also the fastest, so when she did it, she actually beat whoever did it before her by 2 hours. So she actually managed to climb Mount Cook in 6 hours.
But obviously Freda's rock being the pioneer that she was to start with, there used to be, from my memory, there used to be a placard here that used to explain a bit of history about her, but for some reason it's not here anymore. So yeah, if you don't do your background history on her, it's kind of lame that you wouldn't even know who she was because there's no information down here, so it's a shame. Oh well, on to the Memorial Lookout, which is the next stop, just 5 minutes down the road. So this memorial site that we're at now, which is obviously, it just looks like a work of art, it's beautiful. And it's got all these placards all over it. So these placards basically symbolise everyone who's died on the mountains, and it's got a wee description of how they died, and some of them are pretty tragic, eh? Died in avalanches and just simple slips, and yeah, it's pretty sad. And yeah, but it's an absolutely beautiful memorial, and everyone just comes here and puts rocks on it. And so yeah, before you actually get onto the track, take the time to read some of these placards. It's get to know some of the climbers and how they passed away. So we've made it to the Mueller Lake Lookout. So as you can see, we've got the lake behind us. Absolutely stunning, surrounded by all the mountains. This is the first opportunity you get to get a good view on the first quarter part of the track. As you can see, the track very, very easy to follow. We're going to cross the first swing bridge, winds our way in between the valley. Off the beaten path.
As always.
Going to get an up-close personal take on Mueller Lake. Follow this wee path over the hill down to the lake. So a wee little hack for you. Where you've just seen us, you can obviously turn and follow the path to the right to the bridge. If you keep going over that mound, looking up over Mueller Lake, if you come here, perfect opportunity to take a photo without all the wires from the bridge being in there. So it's a wee spot that nobody seems to come to, but it is exactly what people do off the bridge, but without the wires in the way you photo. So I've been on the track for about 10 minutes now, and we've now got to the first swing bridge. So yet again, a nice sturdy bridge. These ones hold up to 30 people at a time. Absolute first opportunity of a beautiful sight of the lake.
Bridge of the walk. So this bridge was actually severely damaged in the storm that happened in 2019. So erosion either side of the bridge has actually caused the bridge to have structural issues. So if there are any weather warnings with winds exceeding 80 k's in this area, this bridge will actually close and you won't be able to carry on with the walk. There is no alternative path and the river is far too dangerous to cross, so don't attempt it. So we've been on the track now for about 25 minutes or so. We've crossed 2 of the bridges. We're just coming up to where the wooden walkway goes, but we just thought a little special mention that the only toilets that are available here, these flash looking things, just off the side of the track where we are now. See if we can see. Down here we've got the famous wooden walkway, which is all over Instagram. Over here somewhere is the 3rd swing bridge. Over this mound, that there is the lake. As you can see, a few layers have come off since the start of the track. We were all rugged up, beanies, 3 layers on. You get warm really quick on this track. We're doing this now obviously in the middle of winter, but the sun's out. There's literally not a cloud in the sky around here, so it gets really bright really fast. Little word of advice for you is, if you come here, I made the mistake not bringing my sunglasses or a cap. That sun as you're walking towards Mount Cook is absolutely glaring, and when it bounces off the snow it's pretty nasty on the eyes, so don't make my mistake. Make sure you bring a pair of sunglasses or a hat next time you're here. So the views on this wooden walkway is absolutely stunning. Here's a really good opportunity. Now you're right in the middle of the valley to get a really good view all the way around of the surrounding snow-capped mountains. Made it to the 3rd and last swing bridge. Let's go. So a bit of advice for you, and this happens every single year religiously. As I said, I've been to Hooker Valley probably 4 times. Same deal every single time I've been. When you come off the 3rd bridge, the first little piece here and around the corner where we'll shortly see a little tarn, which is an alpine lake, it is solid ice. It very rarely gets any sun. The way that the sun goes up and around and ends up back around the mountains, this area here gets very little sun, which thaws out the ice and is pretty thick in places, as Lauren just discovered. So please take care on this, because it is very, very slippy, and if you fall and smash your knees or anything on here, it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass to get you out. So we've reached a little tarn just off the side track. A tarn is an alpine lake, so as you can see, beautiful, all frozen over. People have been throwing rocks. Beautiful wee spot. As I said, looking all the way around us, beautiful mountains. Not advisable, but walking on the tarn. Deep freeze. That looks a bit nice. Oh, yeah, that's shouldn't fall in.
It's thick.
Wow, it's thick.
Right, last little push around the corner, leading to the big lake and the reason why we're here. On to Hooker Lake. So we're nearly there. We're approximately 5 minutes from the from Hooker Lake. Oh, we've actually just as I say that, we're coming up to a wee sign. It's a good guess, I suppose. But yeah, it's very, very simple. This walk is really, really easy to do. So I just thought I'd point something out. I don't even know how many people know about this. Discovered this a fair few years ago. So from that sign literally a minute ago, you come up to these big giant boulders here. Something I want to point out, and we'll see if the camera picks it up. In the background is Mount Cook. This rock here, if positioned right on the camera, has the same angles and points as Mount Cook. So as you can see, the top, then it comes down and there's that little hump, goes back down, the little hump again, drops down into where that rock voids and then goes out. So it's literally the same as Mount Cook. Don't know if the camera picks it up. But
it does kind of.
If you are here, you'd again line it up and have a look yourself. It's pretty whack. So literally a minute past that symmetry rock, should we call it. We're just here on the final bit of track. It comes around, and as you can see by the people right up at the top, that's the way to Hooker Lake. About a minute. Find a little bit of path till we get to Hooker Lake, and as you can see, it's just solid ice underfoot. So like always on these Alpine tracks doing them in winter, please bring boots. Trainers, you're going to end up on your ass. I've never seen it.
Go on there.
Holy shit.
You can go on it.
Okay, so I've just reached the top. Looking down on Hooker Lake now. As I said, I've been here about 4 times. I've never seen it this frozen before. There's actually people out on the lake. Wouldn't advise it, but people will be people, I suppose, as you can see. So the Hooker Valley track is actually the most popular day walk in the entire country, for good reason. Obviously, it's a nice, simple, easy walk. You can bring the whole family to do it. Dead simple, dead short. Views are absolutely breathtaking. There's about 150,000 people that come here every single year. As you can see by us on this beautiful crisp day, it is absolutely packed.
It's incredible. I've never seen an iceberg, and now there's like hundreds of them.
Naturally, we're not going to stand here and look at over 100 people walking on the ice, are we, without doing it? I'm heavy as hell. Well, let's see. That is thick. Can confirm we are walking on the lake. This has got to be one of the coolest experiences ever. As I said, I'll say it again, been to Hooker Valley a fair few times. Never been down here on the lake like this. This is absolutely incredible, and it is so thick. We've found a few spaces where you can kind of see the water, and we're looking like well over a foot deep. So this is some serious freezing. And as you can see behind us, those icebergs, we're going to be able to go out and touch them. Very rarely can you do that. How good. Obviously when you come down onto the beach area, the first little 50 odd meters is packed full of people. That's where all the activity's going on. If you walk further down the beach area, it's a lot more quiet. We're down here and with just 3 other people down here. The last bit of remaining water is here as well. So yet again, just gives a different perspective. As you can see, this is where it feeds the river down this far end. So this one here very rarely freezes. So you get a nice reflections if you were into your photography. Just a little bit of know-how. Not a bad wee spot for a coffee and some food as well. All to ourselves. Beautiful. Alright, that concludes our Hooker Valley adventure. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video, and as always, if you enjoy the content, like coming along with us, like, subscribe to the channel, you know the deal. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. See you then.